welcome back to my channel. Today I created this simple, easy look for back to school. This is super fun to do, and I'm pretty sure that anyone from elementary school to high school to graduate school would love to do this. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. I also did this quick, easy hair tutorial for you today. It's something super simple to get out of your face and just go out the door, and if you do enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Let's just get right onto the video. Okay, first things first, let's jump right into the video. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Yes to Cucumbers facial spray and go ahead and hit my skin with that. Then I'm going to go in with my moisturizer. Unfortunately, I don't have a drugstore moisturizer, but I do have the Ultra Repair Cream, which is from Sephora and Ulta and is super affordable. Put a little bit of that on our fingertips. Whatever's left, go ahead and bring that down into the neck. Then we're going to go with the Heart Candy Coconut Water Stick. It's a hydrating balm. I'm going to hit this in all my dry areas, basically my whole face. Then I'm going to go with the Maybelline Baby Skin for my T-zone. Go ahead and smooth out my pores with this. This is silicone based, so it does help with every skin type basically. It helps with smoothing out the pores and it gives you an even base for your makeup application. We're going to go ahead and let all that sink in, and we're going to do the brows really quickly. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go with my NYX Micro Brow in the shade Brunette. We're going to take a spoolie and we're going to brush out the brows. You always want to brush them up and over to place the brow hairs in place. Then I'm going to take the brow pencil and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to fill in the brows. Okay, once we're done with filling in our brows, we're going to take the spoolie again and you're going to brush it up and over just to evenly distribute the product. Now we're going to move on to the eyes. Typically in the morning you don't have a lot of time to prime your eyes and do this intense eye, so I'm just going to go with my concealer that I'm going to use later. Put a little bit on my eyelid just to take away the discoloration and prime it so the shadows stick better. I'm then going to go with my Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. I'm going to take that white matte shade, I'm going to apply it all over the lid. I'm then going to take my Morphe M433, I'm going to go in with this light matte shade right here in the palette. I'm going to run this through my crease. Remember, the less is more in this. I know that for me, when I went to school, I was always the one to wear this big full face of makeup, but waking up in the morning is a struggle. The last thing I'm going to do for this look is just super simple, just two shadows. I'm going to take the shimmery shade right here. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take a flat shader brush and I'm going to wet it. Get it nice and damp so when I dip it into the shadow, it gives a nice pigmentation. You're going to do that all over the entire eyelid, and then you're going to go back in with your Morphe M433 brush and just blend them together with no additional shadow. I'm going to go in with this one right here. And you're just going to apply that to your outer V and just bring it into the crease just to add a little bit more definition. And then to wrap it up, you're going to take a clean fluffy brush and just go all over the shadows just to blend them together and make it look seamless. And that's pretty much it for the eyeshadow. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go with eyeliner. This Beach Cosmetics No. 2 liner brush. I'm going to take the Maybelline Gel Liner in black. Since I have dark hair and dark eyes, black is never usually that harsh for me, but if you feel as if black is too dark for you, just go with a gray or a dark brown. I love this gel eyeliner because it can be so precise, or you could smoke it out and it's super affordable. I went ahead and I did a thin line very close to my lash line, and at the outer corners I smoked it up with the same brush. I just pushed the product up, so it gives it more of like an open eye effect. I'm now going to stray away from the eyes from a bit, and I'm going to move on back to the face, and we're going to go with our foundation. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Pro Glow in the shade 210, and I'm also going to mix it in the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I start by applying it onto the back of my hand, and then I do dots all over the face. Try to focus the darkness on the outer edge of your face and blend it into your neck and the lighter shade in the center of your face. I'm then going to take the Wet n Wild foundation right on the stick and apply a couple dots onto the face. Now I'm going to take my Real Techniques buffing brush and I'm going to go ahead and take the Yes to Cucumber one more time and spray the brush just so it's a little bit damp so the product doesn't just stick to the brush. I'm going to pick up whatever's left on the back of my hand and blend this all together. You want to make sure to be careful, since you already have your brows done, to go ahead and put your hand here to not get it in your hair and go up and over to kind of carve out the brows, but without getting the foundation into your brow hairs. I'm now going to go back to my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 20, and I'm going to put this underneath my eyes, on the center of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. Since it's this school, I'm not going to go for a super heavy under eye concealer. I'm just going to do a little bit just to cover up those sleepless nights, and then put it on my nose, center of my forehead, and chin just to brighten that up a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit more on my inner corner. I always tell people when I worked at Sephora that your inner corner is where most of your darkness hides, so go ahead and always get concealer right in there. It will help it so when you blend out the concealer, you don't have bright under eyes and then this dark, creepy area in the inner corner, and you'll see the biggest difference in your brightening of your eyes. I'm then going to take my Sephora Classic brush and blend out the concealer. Make sure to look up and always get underneath your lower lash line because that is also where darkness hides. Now that that's all blended in, you can see that it just gave this little brightening effect and it also covered up the darkness. I know that in the mornings we don't typically have enough time to go ahead and put on baking and highlighting and contouring. So I am going to just take my Maybelline Fit Me powder and go ahead and set the entire face, including the underneath of the eyes. I'm going to take this big fluffy brush from Real Techniques and just set everything. And make sure you definitely concentrate that right underneath the eyes, because that is where you tend to crease first. We're almost done. Now we're going to go into the bronzer. I'm going to take the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this is in the darker shade, and I'm going to go ahead and run this all over my temples, cheekbones, jawline, nose, just to give like a warmth glow. We're not going to contour today. I'm going to take the stippling brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to go ahead and pick up some product, and we're going to go ahead and run that all over the cheeks, not really concentrating it anywhere. We're going to run this on your temples, across the hairline, basically the entire forehead. Connect it right where the temples go to meet your cheekbones. Underneath the jawline, you're going to connect it onto your neck. And that pretty much gives you a nice warmth glow so you don't have like a lighter face than your body. I'm then going to go in with blush. I know that when I used to go to school, that when I woke up in the morning, I looked very flat and dull, so I never left the house without blush. But blush is extremely optional. I know some people don't like it, so I'm going to go in with this NYX Hot Orange Blush. I'm going to use it with the stippling brush so it doesn't look super concentrated. I'm going to focus it on the apples. I'm going to bring it back. This next step is extremely optional as well, but I love highlighter, so I'm going to do 2 highlighters today. I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Liquid Glow Highlighter. I'm going to take a pea-sized amount on the tip of my finger, about this much right here. Apply this to my nose, cheekbones. I'm going to take a beauty blender. I'm going to buff that out. I'm going to take a little bit of that and put it above my brow bone, and whatever's left to not waste product, just put it on your shoulders or whatever part of your chest is showing. So I'm going to go ahead and rub that into my fingers and just apply it to my shoulders just to give that a nice fresh glow. I'm then going to go back in with my blush brush with no additional product and just kind of blend everything together. I'm going to hit the face with a little bit of Yes to Cucumber spray. Go with my final step for the face, which is this Wet n Wild highlighter. I'm going to take my highlighting brush, just dip into it a little bit and hit all the areas that you just hit with the liquid highlighter. Wetting the face first really intensifies it, so then you have a tacky base underneath for the powder to stick to. Sometimes if you feel like you look very, very tired in the morning, you can go ahead and use a white or a nude eyeliner to put it into your waterline to really open up the eyes. But I'm going to go back in with the rest of whatever's left on my brush and run it into my waterline. I'm then going to go back to my Wet n Wild palette and pick up a little bit more of the deeper brown shade right on the left. And go ahead and take that and blend it in underneath my lash line just to smoke it out a bit and even out the top from the bottom. And then finally what I'm going to do is just put on a little bit of mascara. I'm going to go with the Wet n Wild Max Volume and Waterproof Mascara. If you ever get mascara like I did just right there, just go ahead and finish off your mascara, let it dry, and at the end of it, take a Q-tip and it will flake right off instead of going and removing it when it's wet because sometimes it smears. Okay, now that I'm done with the mascara, I'm going to take a dry Q-tip and I'm just going to go ahead and flake off that mascara that I got right here. See how easy that just rolled right off instead of smearing across my face? Then I just take my warmth of my finger and just kind of blend away the spot that I removed. We're almost done. I'm going to go with the Maybelline Single Eyeshadow in the shade Champagne Fizz. I'm going to go ahead and take that in my inner corner and my brow bone. Go ahead and take a pencil brush and I'm going to go ahead and dip this in and put it in my inner corner and my brow bone. This tip is extremely important when it comes to school time because it definitely brightens up the inner corner and makes you look like you're awake. I know that this was my favorite thing to do when I was in school because I always got no sleep. I was always out watching YouTube or doing things. Next thing I'm going to do for the face is I'm going to go in with the NYX Brow Gel and I'm going to go ahead and tame the brows. This also takes away any powdery excess that we had from the bronzer or the powder or the highlighter. We're going to go ahead and move on to the lips. Today I'm going to do this peachy nude from Wet n Wild. I'm going to go ahead and do my lips and I'll be right back. I picked this lip color because it's not super bright, but it's not your typical nude. It's very fun for back to school and it's matte, so it will stay on all day through eating and drinking. I'm going to go ahead and top it off with the WeHo Gloss from ColourPop just to give it a little bit of shine. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the NYX setting spray and I'm going to go ahead and set my face. Setting your face is really important because it ensures that you're going to keep the makeup on all day through gym and work and school and everything. Now we're going to move on to the hair tutorial. I know that when I was in school, I didn't typically have time to do my hair ever, so I used to always rock a messy bun when my hair was longer. And when I did do my hair, I would always straighten it or curl it the night before because doing my makeup, I never had time to do my hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have pre-straightened hair from the night. I need a brush. You're going to go ahead and brush out your hair. You're also going to need a hair tie. You're also going to need any type of dry shampoo. I'm really quickly just going to go in with the Amazing Grace Dry Shampoo from Philosophy. I love this one. It gives great volume and it smells great. So I'm just going to hit this in my root area. It gives you a lot of volume and it gives you a clean, fresh smelling hair on like your second or third day that you haven't washed it. So you're going to go ahead and brush that through one more time. Now this step is optional, but I like to do this just to keep my hair healthy and shiny. I'm going to take a little bit of argan oil and put it through my ends. Any kind of oil works. Coconut, marula, Just for right now, I grab my argan. Take 2 pumps of that. I'm going to run it through my ends of my hair. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take my hair tie, I'm going to pull my hair back. This is super fun and simple because I never wanted to wear my hair up for school. I always liked it down, but I was always getting my face. So this is like a cute, easy half up, half down hairdo. You're going to go ahead and you're going to run your fingers through it to push your hair back. And you're going to take your thumbs and you're going to drag it right above your ear. And you're going to take your hair and you're going to hold it back here in a little ponytail. You're then going to take the elastic and you're going to go ahead and you're going to create a little ponytail on the back of your head. You could just leave it like this. It got it off your face. It's a cute half up, half down. It's super simple to do. But just to give it, jazz it up a little bit, we're going to go ahead and brush back the bangs and create a smoother look. Then we're going to go ahead and create what I was told as a little kid was called the waterfall. So I'm going to go ahead and spin around to show you how to do this. All you're going to do is create this gap like so. You're going to pick up the ponytail, pull it through, and fasten it tightly. Brush it out. As you can see, that was super easy and fun to do. It's not your basic half up, half down. It's got a little bit of a twist to it. And you can pin back your bangs. You can let them drop. I could pull little pieces out from behind my ear. And then, if you wanted to, you could hairspray it, but I didn't really like to use hairspray in high school because I didn't like my hair to be hard. The last step I do, I like to take a sheen spray. This is the Cantu sheen spray. And I like to hit it on the top of my hair, on my ends, and in the back where it was frizzy. This lays down all the flyaways. It makes it nice and shiny. It has argan oil in it as well, so it's very healthy. And this completes the look. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. It will let me know to do more videos like this. And until next time, thanks for watching.